Welcome to Total Drama Stranger Things. Previously on the show, the campers had to go through a maze that was stylized by the tunnels from season 2. And since was Bob and Alexi are smart and also Bob already solved the tunnels, the killer Demogorgons were able to sweep the screaming scientists. And it was the two people who actually got votes, Jonathan and Steve, were the bottom two. But since, Steve has much more friends on that team than Jonathan, I thought that Jonathan would be the one being sent home. 13 players remain. Who will be the next person voted off of Total Drama Stranger Things? Okay, so both of these teams, well, maybe not both, but this episode will have a double elimination. You heard that right, double elimination. But the challenge will depend on how much people are lost on each team. So we'll be doing 2 rounds of the challenge. So, the challenge is an escape room based on Hawkins' lab. So, here's how the challenge works. Everyone will be split into teams, and each will go off in different parts of the lab. Well, 2 teams. I'm saying, because, yeah, 2 teams. 2 teams, one person is sitting out for this challenge from the killer Demogorgons. But who would they pick? So this challenge will have to go specifically on brains. So I think they might bring out Erica because, I have to say it, they're the youngest. They are most likely the dumbest. Okay, so now we have, obviously, Alexi, Bob, and Murray on one team, and Nancy, Barb, and Lucas on the other team. And then there's Steve, Mike, Max on one team, and Eddie, Susie, and Dustin on the other team. Okie dokie. Let me say the 2 challenges. The first challenge is memory. So basically, here's how it works. So, it was that game that 11 was playing in Hawkins Lab in Season 4 where, you have to guess where it's going to end up. So, whoever has the best luck, I'm just going to say, who has the best luck? Because it's very difficult to actually know where a thing's going to end up. I could have just spin the wheel. Couldn't I? Will I? Nah. Let me go on to the second challenge. The second challenge is they're brought to a warped version of Hawkins' lab in the Upside Down, where Demodogs roam free everywhere. Obviously, they're animatronic. They ain't real. They'll just say, "You're out," if they catch you. Okay, so let's start off with the first challenge. Let's start off with the more interesting challenge, the escape room challenge. Who do I personally think would be able to make it out? Okie dokie. So let's see. Okay, so Dustin. Dustin's pretty good at getting out of stuff. Lucas is looking at Lucas and Nancy too. Think. It's very difficult because I know that, you know, the screaming scientists need a break, but honestly, with this team, it's not. With this 3 people, I don't think it's looking good. Because when Eddie dies, Susie doesn't know about the Upside Down. And the only person who does know about it and has escaped is Dustin. But on the other side of the spectrum, there's Barb, who also dies, and Nancy and Lucas. So it's I'm gonna have to go with Screaming Scientist. I mean the Killer Demogorgon. I'm sorry, Screaming Scientist. You're losing another member. But wait, Rig, the other team can also lose another member. But let's spin a wheel first. Okay, now we can spin the wheel because I'm basically saying it's random. It's like how am I supposed to say, oh, this person's gonna be very smart at guessing? It's basically a guessing game and luck. So let's see who has the greatest luck. Because just because a character died, well, they probably do have bad luck, but let's just have it be random. Give everyone a chance. Okay? Okay, so the team who got it correct is the Screaming Scientists. That means both teams are going up for elimination and a double elimination. Okie dokie. Let's start with the Screaming Scientists, because that's actually the most interesting of the few. Okay, so the Screaming Scientists. There's Steve, Mike, Max, Eddie, Susie, and Dustin. Let's think about this, people. So, out of these few, there's people who come to mind. For me, it's Eddie and Susie. These two because, one, Susie doesn't do much. She does help, but she helps the least, which might make everyone think, oh, she's probably the one who's more expendable. And for Eddie, I just have to say it, I don't think he would have done much if he was on this show. He would probably just be a background character or some comic relief. So, but let's think. Who would they vote off? Dustin's girlfriend or Dustin's friend? Let me go by one. Dustin is the most confusing. Because, yes, this is Dustin's friend. But there's also Dustin's girlfriend. Who is he? What is it? Gals before pals? Or pals before gals? I don't know what he's picking. Because when they were singing A Never Ending Story, he seemed pretty happy. But also, it led to them making fun of him later on in the episode. And he was sad when Eddie died. I think we have to pick Ed. I think we have to pick Susie. Susie's out. Now for the Killer Demogorgons, who do they think is the more expendable of the 3? I'm going with Murray. Think about it. He's not the sharpest tool in the tool shed, and also I don't think he does well in challenges. So we have out. Okay, now that's the end of episode 8 of Total Drama Stranger Things. See you next time where we'll see who will be next out of the game. Find out next time on Total Drama Stranger Things.